Hey guys, welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. Alright guys, this can either be a happy video or a sad video. I say a happy video because we're moving on to new projects, guys, but it's a sad video because those of you who've been around for the last year and a half may have got kind of attached to Project Steppinwolf. I was kind of attached to it myself, but luckily the amount of crap over the last year that I've dealt with the truck has kind of detached me from it. So I finally decided to let it go. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the truck. For those of you who've been asking about it, go over it, tell you what's coming with it, what's not coming with it, what I'm asking for it, the whole 9 yards. Now, first off, I want to say I'm going to be selling Steppinwolf as an LS ready roller. Now, what that means is everything that you need to swap a C10 is already going to be in this truck. As long as you're doing the drive-by-wire truck style LS, Gen 3, and a 4L80 transmission, you're going to be able to pretty much just drop it down in here, plug everything up, and go. That being said, as I was taking the harness and everything apart off of the engine that we pulled yesterday, I did label a lot of the stuff on there. I labeled all the injector connectors, etc. Just so whoever buys this truck is like I said, truly going to be able to just put an LS in it like it came with one and roll with it. So I want to do something kind of different here, and before I go over all the good, I want to go over the bad and get it out of the way. And the bad, guys, is the body on this thing needs a lot of work. It really does. There's a lot of rust under the doors. There's some rust in the doors, the cab corners. The good news is I'm giving you everything you need to fix this truck. Right down to new door seals. I had already bought all the parts to do the body work on this truck. I just got sidetracked with the turbo build, so I never had time to do it. But all that's coming with the truck. We're gonna go out here and take a look at it now. So there she is, guys. You can see there's no grill, but there's a brand new grill in the back of the truck. Gonna give that to you with the truck. All right, we'll just go ahead and what I'll do is just walk down the truck and tell you about it and tell you what's been done to it and what it needs. You can probably see right off the bat, there's a big dent in this fender. Now this fender, it will need to be replaced because of that dent. That is the only body part that needs to be replaced that I don't already have a replacement for. So it will need a fender. Those are like 80 bucks from LMC. Not a big deal. Here, I hope you can see this. Here's your common problem areas on these C10s. We have a lot of rust in the rocker panel. There's some rust in the cab corner, and there's some rust in the door. I just kind of hit it all with black primer there to kind of try to stop the rust a little bit while I was driving it around. But the good news is there are 2 used doors. One of them does have a couple little pinhole spots of rust on it, but nowhere near like the doors that are on this. So there's two used doors, complete with glass, weather strip and everything, and brand new rockers. I'll just go ahead and show you. You look in the back here, you're gonna see we got 2 of these doors. They are painted blue, which is why I didn't just go ahead and throw them on the truck. I was going to primer them first, but we've got 2 doors here. This is the brand new billet grill. They're, the grill accessories are down here, the bolts and mounts and everything. I'm not going to move stuff around too much. I don't know if you can see back here, but we have a whole set of brand new rocker panels. There are 2 brand new cab mounts there, which I don't think the cab mounts are in bad shape, but I bought all this stuff as a set, so they came with it. There are also 2 brand new cab corners here. Everything you need to fix that rust is coming with the truck, guys. If you're a body guy, or if it's just something you do as an amateur, all the parts are here. The only thing you'll need to buy is that front fender. Everything else comes with the truck. Moving on now. While we're back here, you may have noticed we have got a rolling lock aluminum bed cover on the truck here. Now I originally put this on here for aerodynamics, as silly as that sounds on a square body. Hold on, let me lock this back here. As silly as that sounds on a square body, the issue I had is I did not have a floor in the bed of the truck. So it was essentially just an open hole for the air to come over, and it was lifting the rear end of the truck at high speed. So believe it or not, this guy right here helped kind of stabilize the truck at high speed, which, you know, it still gets scary when you get well into the triple digits, but you know, not that I do that. But anyway, so that's coming with the truck. Now, this bed cover was not made for this truck. This bed cover was actually made for the mid to late 90s Chevy sport side. So what I did, I just modified the brackets a little bit, and as you can see, it's now on this step side. I think it looks good. It could probably, you know, use a fresh coat of paint or whatever, but the whole truck needs a fresh coat of paint, so there's that. This bed cover is actually one of the price points too. If you look these rolling lock bed covers up online, you know, you're going to find out these things are about $1,200. So before I go any further, I want to kind of let you guys know how I came up with the price for this truck. Basically what I did is I looked at all the stuff that I have done to the truck, and, you know, the value of the parts that I have put on the truck minus the engine and transmission, because obviously they're not coming with the truck. So I took all the money that I have thrown at this truck, cut the price in half, and that's where I came up with the price. Moving on, what we have here is some of the old school centerline Hellcats. These are not in great shape, but I was using them for track duty. It's 15 by 10s, I think, on the back. Up front, we've got 15 by 8s. Now, on these back tires, these are actually really wide. These are 325 50/15 drag radials, and you know, they've still got quite a bit of meat left on them. I bet there's not 1,000 miles on these tires. So while we're back here, we'll go ahead and talk about the rear end. The rear end is a 12-bolt truck rear end. It has 373 Richmond gears in it, and a Detroit True Track helical, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but you know, the worm gear limited slip that everybody loves so much. Anyway, that's what's in the rear end. You know, had well over 1,000 in the rear end. It doesn't look good. You know, it just looks like a regular rear end, but you know, I do have receipts for all that if you do need it to prove what's in it, but you'll know what's in it the first time you get on it and it's laying stripes, guys. Around to the back here, we have put a Blazer tank in this truck. So it's got an 87 fuel injected Blazer tank, and you can kind of see the Blazer tank under there. But the fuel system is the Blazer tank with a eBay regulator. You guys have seen the video on that. That's been on the truck for over a year now. It was still going strong. A&N lines, you know, stainless braided lines all the way to the front, and a Walbro 450 fuel pump in tank, so you don't have to hear all the while you're driving. It's pretty quiet. Well, because we put the Blazer tank back here and I did not want to do a bed fill, what I did is I went and got a flush mount motorcycle filler, and it is grafted into the back of the fender here. So all you do is push in, turn it, it pops out, and then you can unscrew it the rest of the way, and there's your fuel filler. Now, the whole idea behind this was, you know, once the truck was actually painted and everything, you know, you wouldn't even really notice there was a fuel filler there. Just in case you're not somebody that's been following the channel, we did do a headlight conversion on this truck. These are actually glass housings, so they look just like original glass headlights, but they now have LED headlights in them. They're very bright. You go over here, you know, you see the relays form and everything. Cut out all the factory wiring, put in a new wiring harness with the relays, and then there's the LED lights in the back of the headlights right there. Like I said, guys, they're really bright at nighttime. I mean, these things are every bit as bright as the HIDs on my wife's 2011 Camaro. So if you plan on driving this thing at night, there you go. Now, like I've already mentioned, we are already set up for an LS engine. We have the original radiator here with the crossover hose for the truck style water pump. This hose down here has already been trimmed to fit the truck style water pump. We have our PCM mounted right here. Here's our fuse block. There's actually going to be, and I guess I'm just going to leave the wiring in there because I'm not going to pull this out and rewire all this, but there's actually an extra relay and an extra fuse in here just for the nitrous system that we had on here. So, you know, if you wanted to wire, well, a nitrous system or some other accessory in, that's already there. There is also a relay and a fuse in here for the electric fan. Now, you can put the clutch fan on the stock Gen 3 truck motors. It will go in here with the motor mounts that I'm giving you, and it will fit inside this factory fan shroud, and it'll look like a factory installation. You can go back to before I did the turbo build and look at some of the older videos, and I mean, it just, you know, like I said, it looked like a factory installation. There's currently an electric fan on there. If you guys remember the video that I actually blew the engine in this truck, at the beginning of that video, we went to the junkyard because I was having issues with this fan. It was popping fuses, and I wasn't sure if it was the fan or, you know, the wiring or whatever. But I mean, we've had the truck swapped for several years now, and this is the first time it started popping fuses, so I'm thinking it was the fan. So we went to the junkyard. I got a Ford Taurus 2-stage fan, which is really popular for LS swaps. I'm going to give you that fan too. If you use that fan, you're probably going to have to redo the wiring to the fan if you want to use the 2-stage. If you just want to use this as a single stage, you should be able to use the wiring that's already here. And this is the plug for it. So, you know, the plug that goes with it is down there on the bottom of the radiator for the cooling fan that's on there, but just so you know, that's there. We also already have the wiring harness for the LS. You can see I've went through and labeled some stuff. There's temperature gauge, you know, oil pan, which is the oil level sending unit, you know, starter. I mean, I've went through, as I was taking this apart, I tried to label stuff. Passenger O2, there's one for driver's O2. But anyway, basically all you need to do is stick the engine in here, toss this harness over the top of it, and plug everything in. You're good to go. You can also see here, this is your fuel feed, your fuel line. Now, I am including this adapter right here. This is actually the adapter that you use on the factory returnless style truck rails to adapt to Dash 6 AN. So you don't have to buy that. Like I'm trying to include everything here, guys, to make this pretty much plug and play. Motor mounts are currently still on the engine in there, but I am going to be including the factory mounts with the billet LSX Innovations adapter plates, which is what I was using. It's going to put the engine in, you know, the same spot that I had it, so the cross member will work with your transmission. I don't know if you can see the red hanging down there, but that is actually the shifter cable. And over there, if you can see on the frame rail, I've actually zip tied the shifter cable and all the adapters to use the aftermarket shifter that I'm going to show you when we go to the inside of the truck, to use that with a 4L80E transmission. Battery cables will come with the truck. The battery will not. I am going to include a PCM with the truck. I was just going to flash this one back, but I don't have a bench harness, and with all the loose wiring here, really don't want to hook the battery up and hook a ground up, you know, to try to flash it in the truck. That's currently got the turbo tune on it. So like I said, I've got, shoot, I think I've got like 3 more PCMs in here. So I'm going to put the one in here that I know has the original 6.0, you know, hot tune in it. That's what's going to be in here. I'm also leaving the TAC module, which is for the drive-by-wire throttle cable, and the drive-by-wire pedal. That's going to be left in here. I know I keep saying this, guys, but this truly is going to be like LS ready. Just bolt it in and go. So I know I keep saying that over and over, but I just want you guys to understand, because you know, that's going to be the reasoning for the price on the truck, is that all the hard work is done when it comes to the LS swap. Like, you can literally just go to the junkyard, get one, put it in, plug everything up, and you're driving it. All the little you know, BS and the extra little stuff that you usually go through when you swap one of these trucks, you're not going to have to deal with any of that. And I mean, you're not going to have to deal with any of it. I'm even going to put, this is the exhaust that I had made at a local muffler shop here. It's 2.5-inch exhaust. It's already got O2 bungs welded in up here, and it's got a O2 bung for a wideband here. It goes down to an X pipe, goes into a set of fake Flowmasters and turn downs right in front of the rear axle. This exhaust is going with the truck. The shorty headers that connect to this exhaust are going with the truck. So, you know, you're not going to have to worry about anything. Gaskets, guys. You're going to have to buy gaskets. That's pretty much it. We have a 2-inch cowl induction hood. This is a steel hood. So since I'm not hiding anything from you guys about this truck, you can see, I mean, it's not bad yet, but this hood did try to wrinkle up right there. So I'm trying to get this the best angle or the worst angle, depending on how you want to look at it. But, you know, you can see the hood does have a slight bow to it on this side. I'm sure that can be fixed. Like, I bought this hood brand new for the truck. It was a $450 hood, guys. And I think it was the heat from the turbo, because the turbo was right here. But I'm thinking it was the heat from the turbo that actually caused it to bow like that when I pulled down on it, because this hood, when the turbo was in here, was getting so hot after I would drive it for like 20 minutes, you couldn't even lay your hand on the hood. Like, you probably could have cooked eggs on this part of the hood right here. But anyway, so it's got that hood on it. We'll go inside here. Currently, some wires hanging down. Now, this is from components of the nitro system that I've taken out of the truck. You know, the IntelliTronics window switch that didn't work anyway, and things like that. So I will probably try to go ahead and pull some of that stuff out, unless you don't want me to. If you want me to leave it in there, I will. And back behind the seats here, there is a brand new set of Kenwood 6x9s in boxes. Somebody has hacked these doors to put 6x9s in them. That doesn't matter, because you've got new doors in the back that have not been hacked up. It does have this Rebel flag headliner. I did not have this headliner made. I got this headliner. I know I've gotten a lot of flack over it, but I actually got this headliner from the junkyard. And the only reason I got it is because there was no headliner in the truck. When I got the truck, it was like talking in a cave in here. The echo was horrible. So I went to the junkyard just looking for a new headliner board. The plan was to cover this with black vinyl. I just, well, never got around to it, guys. But you know, it is a good headliner board. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that whoever buys the truck ain't gonna be into the old faded you know, Rebel flag headliner thing. But if you are, that's great, keep it. If you're not, you've got a good board here. You know, you can recover with black vinyl, velour, whatever, you know, you want to cover it with. Now, it does need to be vacuumed, but I did put black carpet in the truck. It originally did not come with carpet. It was just that rubber mat. So I got rid of that, put some black carpet in there. It does have the Juke insulation on the back of it. Over here, we have our B&M hammer ratchet shifter. You know, this is set up to work with the 4L80. And right here, this is actually a cup holder out of a, I think, 2005 Chevy Colorado. It was actually my work truck, you know, years ago. But what I did is I made two little aluminum brackets that go underneath the shifter and mount, and you know, that's what this is attached to. So, you know, you got two drink holders right there. You know, kind of looks good, blends in there. You've got the JVC. Oh, I might want to take that. That's my music. You got the JVC stereo with, you know, the MP3 player, Blu-ray player, or Blu-ray, I'm sorry, CD player. You know, you can put your little USB drive in, load it up with music. That's what I use. I don't even, it's never even had a CD in it, guys. Here on the other side, we got the Grant GT steering wheel. You know, it does have some pitting here on the chrome. Thank you, Grant GT. It started doing that within a couple months of putting it in here, but you know, I like the way it looks and feels. It's a nice steering wheel. You know, just got some billet accessories here, nothing big. I am gonna leave this odometer tack. I am gonna leave this in here. I'm not leaving this set of gauges here. These have white Intellitronics gauges. You know, I do not currently have a battery hooked up, so I can't show you what they look like. You guys know, anybody who's been watching for the channel knows these things have gave me just monstrous headaches. They've got issues. They work sometimes they don't. This is actually the second set. I have a whole nother set in there that was the first set that, you know, after I had it out with Intellitronics, I never sent them back. So I'm going to give you that extra set too. You know what, there's a lot to explain, but basically you can tell how fast you're going, but if you turn the lights on, you know, the speedometer is going to go off. There's a couple other little issues. You know, if whoever's showing interest in the truck, I can go over those with you, but I have literally described it in videos hundreds of times, all the issues I've had with these Intellitronics gauges. So I'm not going to do like a full on, I'd be here talking for 20 minutes just over the gauges. But anyway, they're staying. Pretty much everything you see here is staying, including, you know, the big tack here. The only thing that's not staying is, you know, this little set of gauges I got right here. I'm taking those out, but everything else you keep. There's really nothing, you know, nothing majorly special to show you in here. I mean, you know, it's a 74 model truck, and it is, I'd like to think it's in better shape than most 74 models, but you know, it does need work, guys. Oh, I've also got this set of sport mirrors that I had just won on eBay. They are used, but they're in pretty decent shape, so you know, those are going to go with it. A brand new set of door felts, but door seals that go all around both doors. Still in the bag there from LMC Parts. Those are going to go with the truck as well. Anything else that I find that I have purchased for that truck, I will put in the truck, either in the back or in the floorboard, in the front there, and it'll go with the truck. Like, I'm literally, like, I've been buying parts for this truck for years, guys. So there's just all kinds of stuff that I have bought for the truck. It is all going with the truck. So, you know, that's going to help out whoever buys it. If you're just looking to do what I did, throw an LS in it, hot rod it around, don't care what it looks like, then you can sell all these parts. If you're actually wanting to fix the truck up, do the body work, make it a nice truck again, which was my plan before the turbo build started, you know, you've got everything you need to do it. It's all going to be there, guys. I'm going to give it all to you. I pretty much covered everything, not 100% positive, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of go over the truck. You know, if you need to know more about the truck, you know, you can shoot me an email, or you know, just go through and watch the videos, guys. I mean, I think there's 100 videos on this truck build, you know, before I started dismantling it. So, you know, if you've been on the channel for quite some time, you already kind of know what's been done to the truck. If not, you know, full disclosure, guys, anything I forget to mention, or you know, any part that I forgot to tell you that was on the truck, it's all in those videos. So don't say that I hid something, because literally everything about this truck is on this channel in the either the Project Steppinwolf or the Turbo C10 playlist. Like, every detail is there. That being said, I have set the price on the truck at $3,200 or best offer. I am flexible to a point. Any of you who've ever dealt with a C10 and and especially a LS swap on a C10 know how quick the parts start adding up. The fuel system, the wiring harness, etc. That stuff adds up really quick, guys. So again, the price is $3,200. I will negotiate down somewhat, but you know, if I just get a bunch of lowball offers, then most likely what'll happen, and this would make me sad, because I would really like the truck to go to somebody who's going to just take it over and fix it up and drive it. But if I just get a bunch of lowball offers, I will probably pull the truck around the back of the house and start taking parts off of it and just selling parts individually to make my money, because you know, in the end I probably make more money that way anyway. But gonna try to give somebody a shot at the truck. So if you're interested, you know, don't just say it in the comments. If you're interested, you know, the contact information, it's thebadluckgarage@gmail.com. That email address is in the description of every video on this channel. You can hit me up there if you want to make arrangements. Those of you who have already expressed interest in the truck, you will be receiving an email before this video is even finished uploading. So you've got first dibs on it, first dibs on negotiations, whatever. So let me know if, you know, if you guys want to, I mean, I'm down to haggle, guys. So if you want to haggle on the price a little bit, we can do that. Main thing is, I either get this truck out of here or at least get it out of the driveway. If it doesn't sell, get it behind the house and start tearing it down, because I need to make room for the Nova and another project that's coming. So guys, that's it for the Project Steppinwolf for sale video. I'm gonna get off here now, go get me something to eat, get this video edited and uploaded. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you want to keep track of the new Nova build or see what's coming up after the Nova, or probably going to be going on the same time as the Nova, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, guys. But you need to click the little notification bell if you want to know when new videos are coming out. I know one of you actually was making comments on the last video, and it was pretty clear that, you know, they haven't seen the last couple videos by the comments they were making, and he was like, oh yeah, I didn't have the notification bell turned on. So, you know, make sure you click that notification bell if you want to keep up with the videos. Get out in the garage, get something done, and I will see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.